Yeah, I'm ready to go. Everything's serviced, heads are off. We're ready to rip. My dad was a custom harvester since I can remember, like 3-4 years old. And then I remember running combine my first time ever. It was when I was probably 7. It was just my dad and I. We had one truck, one combine. He would run combine, fill the truck, and then he would take it to the elevator and I would kind of keep the combine moving very slowly while he was gone. And then when he got back, we'd switch and I'd just ride with him. And then I finished up high school and immediately went back on harvest. I just loved it. That's basically all I ever did from when I was a little kid, was just be on harvest. So, and then that's how I got up here. We cut all over this area. We cut in Mohall, Langdon, and here. Do you want to move the 9250 over and cut a spot? That way I can just pull straight in there. I don't have to try to pick my head up on the road.
I farm in Bottineau County, North Dakota, around the Willow City area. Small grains primarily, few row crops, but primarily small grains, canola, and wheat, barley, typical cereal crops. Farm has been around since about 1885. I grew up in the back window of a 1586 International tractor with my dad, from seeding in the spring to harvesting in the fall. He had a pull-type combine. Graduated from the pull-type combine to a 1480 International, and a lot has changed since those days. Yeah, Zach and I met in 2018. He came up on a custom harvest crew, and we hit it off really well. Zach is one of a kind, and you're probably not going to find a better equipment operator out there besides him.
The whole deal with buying this machine with this head was to try to get by without a custom harvest crew and do it ourselves.
We demoed an AF11 last year, in case, with a 50-foot head and some very heavy wheat. Thought 50 feet was going to be all right. And then once we got the soybean harvest last fall, I kind of was thinking about it and I went, well, we need something to feed this combine and the beans. So that's kind of why we went with the 61-foot head.
My grandpa, my uncle, they were all harvesters. We had like 25-foot heads, and when people started running 30s, that conversation was had where it's like, gates aren't big enough, shop doors aren't big enough, like that's gonna be crazy. And then 30s lasted, what, 3-4 years, and then there's 36s, and it's, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. And then it kind of leapfrogged, it went to like 45s, and then it's like, okay, surely we're maxed out now. And then we had 50s for like 2 or 3 years, and now we have a 60. It's like, okay, surely we're tapped out. There's nothing bigger than this. And then we kind of looked at each other and we're like, gosh dang, we're our dads now. We're having this conversation. But our only worry was just it being so big, was it going to be like awkward and cumbersome? It took about a half a day in the combine, and then it felt like a normal header again. Grew up in South Central Kansas and then spent the last 5 years in Southwest Kansas. It's all irrigation, so we were all irrigated corn. And then, yeah, just moved up here this spring. Talked to the wife into coming.
Gosh, this is my 4th year officially. Yes, 4 years. I did not grow up on a farm at all. I was a Texas city girl. My dad was in the Army for 20 years. So I'm starting from scratch. But he gave me confidence. He told me I could do it, and he taught me from scratch. I've never operated a tractor. I've never done anything. I've maybe ran a mower, but that's about it. But then once I started doing it, I started in wheat harvest. It was more slow going than irrigated corn, if you know. It was a really chill experience. And then it just became me and him a lot of the time. Just we would be the only ones in the field together, and that like builded my confidence as well. And I fell in love with it. So every year I kind of volunteer. When we first started here, Brandon was like, are you sure you're wanting to do this? Like, are you sure you want to be the grain cart operator girl? I was like, yep, that's kind of my job every summer now. I kind of drop everything I'm doing and do this, and I love it.
Well, today is the first. It's my second day, and I'm already chasing both combines. And, you know, these aren't little combines.
Yeah, I actually didn't start social media doing farming. I started social media before I met Zach. I was widowed at an early age. I was widowed at 29, and I like to do cold water therapy, aka cold plunging. And now I have moved to the perfect place to do it, and I'm kind of scared.
All right, top 5 reasons. Here are a million reasons why I do cold plunging, but right now, my favorite reasons, first of all, is anti-inflammatory.
But I did kind of therapy sessions on TikTok online. And then I met Zach and we got married, and he said, man, I watch a lot of YouTubers that, you know, they farm. And I think it would be a blast if you come farm with me. Okay, I'm getting way too close to him. Holy crap. Still, I just don't understand, like, how many people watch us in different areas.
The MacDon headers have been very simplistic.
We have like not had to touch really anything other than just setting the head. We went through, which our dealer had it all but set up. It was more just between the header and the combine. We set a few things, changed a few things to our liking. Since then, haven't touched it.
And they feed very well. As far as for all the crops that we're doing between small grains, canola, soybeans, and do a very good job at it. The triple reel, especially in shorter crop or shorter beans or anything like that, there's nothing that will beat it, because the reel to cutter bar relationship is right on the money, and you can have that reel smacked right on the cutter bar.
It's a unit. I can outcut him by quite a bit, 30-40%, pretty easy. So I'm only going 4.5 right now. We're using 65-70% engine load and 50 bushel wheat. So we can definitely pick up the pace.
There's a fit, I mean, definitely a fit for this size of machine on farms. I mean, guys are, especially like if you're a farm that's running like 3 Class 9 machines, you can move down to 2. Just like looking at an FD2 with your 45 foot, just a few more feet on each side. Functions exactly the same.
He's got a 45 foot head. This is a 61 foot head. So obviously our passes don't match up. You know, like we're wiping out so much of the field in one pass. Like even if we did end up with a sliver, this is still better. Like the cart operator not having to run around wheat to get to each combine.
I also used to be a bartender and a waitress, and this is a lot like that. Instead of beer, it's grain. So I'm like chasing people around, making sure they're good. Are you good? Are you good? And I'm running.
She's able to just go between the two sides, and it's been working fine. Like I said, we've been wiping out the acres pretty good. It's pretty close. We are running the grain cart automation, so the tractor knows where the combine is, combine knows where the tractor is.
So yeah, so auto steer. Okay, we're gonna get up next to him a little bit first. Okay. Propulsion. There it goes. Both those are lit up, and here we go. That back tire, once the cart gets a little bit ahead of them, that little I feel like I've been borderline about to take out that little reflector light like 50 times.
I don't know exactly the exact specification. I just know that it is the longest auger that we possibly could get.
Do not be intimidated, because I don't know what I'm doing half the time, and I'm having fun.
When we went to the FD245, ordered it with Contour Max, and it is one option that I would not be without.
Yeah, so like right now we're running our head in basically flex mode. We've got the adapter unpinned, we've got the wings unpinned. Our header can move around on the adapter, and our wings can also flex. And the contour wheels, they're underneath the head. So they're basically reacting to the ground so much quicker, and you can put more weight on them that way. Like if you were to run your gauge wheels, you can't really run your wings unpinned because it'll kind of just sag all the time. With these contour wheels, the wheels are put in the spots where the pivot points are. So it's letting the header work the way it's designed to work.
If you like the way that this thing performs in soybean harvest, when you have it in full hinge mode down on the ground, it does the same thing except for at whatever height you want to set it at. If you want to have 10-inch stubble, you're going to have 10-inch stubble all day long. And it is absolutely incredible how tabletop the stubble is by the time you're done. That's actually been very nice on the front of that combine. I was a little worried about it being clumsy, and what we've come to find out is it's an FD2 head, just more of it out there, and it functions exactly the way that a 40 or a 45 would function, just that it's just a little bit bigger.